The history of South Africa is rich, complex, and marked by significant events that have shaped the nation's trajectory. Here is an overview of the key periods and milestones in South Africa's history. 1. Indigenous peoples. South Africa has a long history of human habitation, with evidence of early hunter-gatherer communities dating back thousands of years. The San Bushmen and Khoi were among the earliest known inhabitants of the region. 2. European colonization. In the 15th century, Portuguese explorers, such as Bartholomew Dias and Vasco da Gama, began to explore the coastline of present-day South Africa. The Dutch East India Company established a supply station at the Cape of Good Hope in 1652, led by Jan van Riebeeck, which served as a way station for ships traveling between Europe and the East Indies. 3. British control. In 1795, during the Napoleonic Wars, the British seized the Cape Colony from the Dutch. It was later formally ceded to Britain in 1815. The British colonization brought significant changes to South African society, including the abolition of slavery in 1834. 4. The Great Trek. In the early 19th century, discontented Boers, Afrikaner settlers of Dutch descent, embarked on the Great Trek, migrating inland to escape British rule. This movement led to the establishment of independent Boer republics, such as the Orange Free State and the Transvaal. 5. The Anglo-Zulu War. In 1879, tension between the British Empire and the Zulu Kingdom culminated in the Anglo-Zulu War, resulting in British victory and the annexation of Zulu land. 6. Mineral discoveries. In the late 19th century, significant mineral discoveries, particularly gold and diamonds, brought an influx of wealth and people to the region. This led to increased competition and conflict between British colonial forces and Boer settlers. 7. The Boer Wars. The Anglo-Boer Wars 1880-1881 and 1899-1902 were fought between the British and the Boer republics, resulting in British victory and the establishment of the Union of South Africa in 1910, which unified the Cape Colony, Natal, Transvaal, and the Orange Free State into one country. 8. Apartheid era. In 1948, the National Party came to power and implemented a system of racial segregation known as apartheid. This policy enforced strict racial classifications, denied basic rights to non-white South Africans, and institutionalized racial discrimination and oppression. 9. Anti-apartheid struggle. Throughout the latter half of the 20th century, resistance to apartheid grew, led by organizations like the African National Congress ANC and figures like Nelson Mandela. 10. Transition to democracy. In 1990, President F.W. de Klerk began the process of dismantling apartheid legislation and released Nelson Mandela from prison after 27 years. Negotiations between the government and various political parties led to the first multiracial elections in 1994, where Mandela was elected as South Africa's first black president. 11. Post-apartheid South Africa. The post-apartheid era has been marked by efforts to address the legacies of apartheid, foster reconciliation, and promote social and economic transformation. The ANC has been the dominant political party, though the country has faced various challenges, including inequality, unemployment, and corruption. Today, South Africa remains a diverse nation with a complex history that continues to shape its present and future.